Good evening. I'm M4KHQ and I'd like to do a quick demo of FT8. I'm going to open up two programs and three services. The first program is WSJT-X. Joe Taylor, unbelievable the quality of this open source program. The second program I'm going to open up is Rumlog NG, another great program, and a service that this program uses is hamqth.com to look up the cause of whatever cause gets put in here. And all of these programs are free, but I encourage everyone to support the programs with donations. Let me get over here on WSJT-X. This program does a bunch of modes, but we're going to be in FT8, the newest mode. We're on 40 meters, which is 74. We just use a single frequency. We don't run up and down the band because it's not necessary and you won't find anybody to decode. It's legal, and if you want to test or something, you might want to get off band, but normally you stay on one of these bands. This program is controlling my radio, so I can change bands right here, and my radio will change and stuff. This is the waterfall. This is where I'm going to transmit, and this is where I'm receiving. I'm going to turn off this whole frequency, and what it will do is cause it to transmit on whatever frequency it decodes if I try to make a contact. And we'll try to make a contact here. We see people coming in. This signal right here is being decoded at minus 22 dB. I'm running 12 watts. That's all I ever run. Well, I have been up to 25, but it just doesn't take much power for this mode right here. The CQs, as they come by right here, they're going to be light blue, and the dark blue, or pink, or whatever color this is, purple I guess. This is a DX station right here. I don't know why Cuba's not a little bit more darker. Canada here. It may have something to do with grid squares. This is the grid square that these people are calling CQ on. I'll pick one here in just a minute when it comes up. It scans for 15 seconds, and then if I call or send out CQ, it'll transmit for 15 seconds. And every one of these bands up here is somebody calling or answering or doing something. So you see there's a bunch of QSOs going on, and in that 15-second scan, it scans every one of these audio frequencies across the band here and decodes the one that it can decode. I'm really late in the thing, but I'm going to call this guy anyway because, see, I didn't transmit but just a part of the cycle, and when it comes back, it'll probably tell me that this guy right here got contacted by somebody else. See right there? And it just stops transmitting because he's in QSO right now with this guy right now. Now what I can do is I can wait and watch his QSO right here, And I think each time it'll take about 45 seconds, but you know, you can multitask at this too if you want to. If the QSO goes well, then I'll call him real quick and I should get him on the first call. Might not, you can't never tell. Right there's the RR. See, he's replied to his signal report of 03 right there. And should be a 73 on this one. Now I'm calling him right now. And see if he answers me on the next one. Got England, Australia, and North Ireland over here. Right here it's receiving now. It took 15 seconds transmitting. Nope, he didn't come back to me. I'm calling him again. I'll call him one more time before I quit. He would probably have to manually answer me, and if he's new, he may be like I was and not know how. I'm going to receive this time, and if he don't answer me this time, he answered me then there. See, he gave me a -02 report. I gave him a +10 02 report. He's probably running a lot more power than I am. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But for the reports to be that much difference, and I'm on a Mosley 67 beam, a 2-element beam, 67B 2-element beam, and the QSO is complete. Now I'm going to record the QSO in WSJT-X, but also this program right here, which is rum log, is it's already picked the call up and stuff, and I'm going to tell it, I've told it in the preferences to record this log. So when I click OK, it gets recorded in WSJT-X, and it also gets recorded in rumlog over here. So I'm going to click right here. I'm going to tell it to add state, address, all the QTH information to it. Right here gives me a chance, and I can select multiple, as many as I want to do it at one time. And I'm going to tell it to override it. And right here is my last QSO. Let me double click on it. The date, and you know, I noticed something the other day. Your QSO gets recorded on UTC time. I think we're 5 hours behind, and I did some stuff at 10 o'clock one night, and it recorded it the next day because of the UTC time, which I thought was interesting. And even this doesn't, I can change the information that's shown in this screen. You get selected and stuff, but I think there's more information being logged than just what you see right here. But here's something else. I probably have not been on the air. I know I haven't been on the air 3 hours with this actually doing QSOs and stuff. And if you look at the states here, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states to get a W worked all states, WAS. The only thing I had prior to this was a WAN, worked all neighbors, on 6 meters. And I think it would be very easy to get a WN. Let me show you just a couple other things that I think are sort of important. They seems to be a fair amount of DX coming on this, and that sort of gets people excited. And you can see the band is very, very crowded here with all these QSOs going on. There's Jamaica and some island there. That was a text message I got. And if you're trying to get a DX station or something other, right now, because I took this whole frequency off, I call on the green one is the receive frequency. I call back the guy on the same frequency, audio frequency really, that he called me on. Let me turn it up and let you listen to it. That's a mixture of all those signals. That's a mixture of all the signals that go out there and stuff. Or that's coming in on the receive. I'm doing nothing but receiving right now. If there's a strong DX station here, and notice this is continuous right here pretty much. They should be a 15-second lapse between, like see this one and this one, there's a blank in there where people are not calling. But somebody's making a call, they've got a real strong signal here, and all these people are coming back to him. So if you try to transmit on this frequency right here, it looks like I did, and looks like I got a call back through it, unless it was, it was previous, unless it happened down here and stuff. Your chances are not going to be as good. And I can shift click over here and set my frequency in a clear spot, and I can then tell it to hold frequency right down here, and I want to call somebody. Hang on just a second. It's scanning now. I'm going to call this guy, and when I transmit, I'm transmitting right now, it's going to transmit on this frequency. You won't see it because the monitoring, this button right here, stops when you transmit. Now we'll see if he comes back to me. He is EM12 is where he's at. It's receiving, it decodes, and see, he came right back to me. He gave me a -7. I gave him a -2. -2 is better than -7. You want these numbers to go up as for the stronger signals. And even with his -2, you see some red in the thing there. We've already done with a QSO. I'm going to record it right here. Let's see where the guy's at. He's in Texas. When I record it right here, and I can select as many of these as I want to. Like I can do 2, or I can do 1, or I can do all of them. I can look them up, but I'm just going to look up one. This one right here. I want to use the ham QTH. Then I need to tell it if the ones that I look up that I want to write to the log, and now I've got it to the log. Okay, I believe I'm going to quit with that. Hope this was interesting. Have a good day, gentlemen. in 4K HQ clear.